Hi there. I and my buddy Joe English are sending our regards, and today we would like to answer some ACT English section test questions together. So, without further ado, let's share the PDF. Okay, so our passage today is entitled House of the Sun. If we read the first question, 46, and so there I was in her car, comma, it being 3:30 in the morning. Okay, so yeah, the time being, car at the time or at. So the best choice is J. I was at the car or in the car at 3:30 in the morning. So J is the best answer. Okay, so we can say it being. No, we say at directly. There's no need to say it was 3:30 at 3:30. I was in the car at 3:30. All right. How about 47? Yeah, she handed me a wool hat. I'm reading a little bit before. A wool hat, which I regarded skeptically. We were in Maui. After all, we had spent the day before lying on the beach. Further or still, or instead, yeah, I decided to take her word for it. So still, I decided to take her word for it. Like he was not convinced of doing what they are going to do. That is going to the top of Mount Helicala. That is called the House of the Sun. So because of the uh, contradiction here, we should not say consequently, but we should say still. Okay, still I decided I take her word for it. Okay, right, yeah. Let's move to, so D is the best answer. So 48, about 48. Supposedly, a view of the most beautiful sunrise in the world from the summit of the dormant volcano, uh, 10,000 feet above sea level. All right, so that is not a complete sentence. To make it a complete sentence, we can say one can view. So G is the best answer. To make this an independent clause, we cannot just say a few. Supposedly, a view of the most beautiful, blah, blah, blah. That is not a complete sentence. We need a subject and a verb. So when we say one can view the most beautiful scene or sunrise or whatever, is a complete sentence. So here, G is the best answer. All right, let's move on to 49. 49, he says, tourists and locals alike make the arduous 38-mile drive. That makes sense. Okay. Alike, comma, make the arduous, alike, make, comma, arduous. Yeah. So that's quite repeated also on the ACT. If you have many distractors with commas and one without a comma, then this distractor is the correct answer if it makes sense. So if you read, tourists and locals alike make the arduous 38-mile drive. That makes perfect sense. So A is the best answer. Moving on to 50. Okay. What does he say here? I, on the other hand, clutched my coffee and tried not to focus on the well-traveled road before us, which choice most effectively illustrates that the drive up the volcano was unsettling for the narrator. So we cannot say well-traveled. No, F is the wrong answer. Steep tangle of road looming, yes, that would reflect that. Road that unfolded, no. Winding road, no. So the best choice to convey the meaning that the road was unsettling for him, all right, or the drive up to the dormant volcano. So G, steep tangle of road looming. G. Okay, let's move on to 51. Okay. All right. Once we reached the summit and parked the car, were confounded by the lake, uh, by the shocking cold being at most 40 degrees. No change is the wrong answer because it was, uh, yeah, at most 40. I think C is the best answer here because it was. He's talking about the best here. We barked and then they were shocked by the cold weather. It was at most 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is quite cold because he thought that because of the dormant volcano, things would be very hot. But to his surprise, it was very cold. So it was is the best answer. C. How about 52? Okay. About 100 people had already gathered, comma, a guardrail, the only thing uh, separating them from the crater's edge. Okay, yeah. So about 100 people had already gathered, a guardrail, the only thing separating them from the Carter's edge, that is participle. So yes, no change is the best answer here. Okay, moving on to 53. Okay, a thick lid uh, of them foamed slowly over the crater, creating what looked like the surface of another planet. The writer is considering revising the underlying portion to the following a certain effect. Should the writer make this revision? No, because it presents the narrator's opinion instead of factual information. No, because it less clearly conveys the striking appearance of the crater. So I think D is the best answer. Yeah, it shows that this is like from another planet. So the view was really amazing. But if we just say a certain effect, it doesn't explain what that certain effect is. It doesn't actually reflect the striking appearance of the crater as he says here in D. So D is the best answer. Okay, moving on to 54. Okay. Um, yeah, casual slurps of coffee coming from the collective crowd that had gathered. Collective crowd doesn't make much sense. Crowd of about 100 people. Crowd who stood. Yeah. So we have the word crowd repeated. So we should just choose the word crowd because it makes the sense. We do not say crowd of people because there's no need to say that collective crowd. The crowd is collective, of course, so there's no need to, yeah, wordiness is not appreciated, as we said on ACT and SAT. So since G, crowd makes perfect sense, yeah, the slurps of coffee coming from the crowd. That's perfect. So why need, why bother to say crowd that gathered or crowd that blah, blah, blah. There's no need to say any more things besides the word crowd here. Moving on to 55. Yeah, the sun made its way out of the clouds. Yeah, it's here possessive it's, so it is the correct answer. No change. A. The other ones are wrong. You so it is not it is, but its way out of the clouds. Yes, possessive case. Moving on to 56 here. All right. Um, Not to mention that someone standing near us began a mele oli, a native Hawaiian chant. Yeah, we just say someone standing. Yeah, someone standing near us began to blah, blah, blah. So J is the best answer. We don't need to say in any event someone or to conclude someone because there's nothing to conclude here. And no change, not to mention that someone that it's not needed as well. Also, someone is repeated in all these choices, and someone is the shortest answer, and it makes sense. So that is the best answer, J. All right, let's move on to 57. Yeah, so people started to chant this Hawaiian chant. We observers stood next to each other, shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, that makes the same thing and repeat it again and observe. So we just should say shoulder to shoulder. We stood shoulder to shoulder, yes, as the ascending sun lit the sky. So shoulder to shoulder is the best answer, C. All right, how about 58? 58, uh, as the ascending sun lit the sky golden and casted a rosy blush on. Yeah, we just say let and cast. So let the sky golden and cast. So J is the best answer. It just has to do with the form of the verb. We don't say let it, for example, and cast it. Okay, and cast a rosy blush. Okay, so we observed as the sun, or we stood as the ascending sun, let and cast a rosy blush, let the sky and cast a rosy blush on the cloud. Yeah, so J is the best answer. Okay, let's move to 59. Yeah, the writer wants to add the following sentence to the essay. Suddenly I didn't feel so tired and so cold. Where should we add this thing? At what point? A or B or C or D? In one of the sentences, he said he felt very cold, or it was very cold here. Okay, about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I think if we choose this one, that should be the best answer. Yeah, let's read it one more time. I didn't feel so tired and so cold. I didn't feel so tired and so cold. But he says here it was cold. Yeah, I began to feel the shocking cold. So it is not here. So maybe a little bit later. Where is point D? Ah, okay. D, because here he says the ascending sun lit the sky and cast a rosy blush on the clouds. Then, when the sun appeared or ascended in the sky, then he started to feel not tired and not cold. So D is the best answer. So after in point D, which is the choice D here. Okay, let's go to the last question of this uh, passage, 60. Suppose the writer's primary purpose had been to explain how Mount Halika or Halikala became a popular tourist destination. Would this essay accomplish that purpose? No. It's no, because he's not talking about this place being a tourist company, a tourist destination. No, because it instead describes one person's experience watching the sunrise from the top of the volcano. I think this is the best answer, H. J, no, because it focuses on tourism, no. So the best answer is H. We are being told, or the writer is talking about his own experience. Perhaps he and his wife, when they decided to go to the top of that dormant volcano. And at the beginning, he says, I was not convinced of going with her, but still, I just said, why not? We might as well go and watch the sunrise from there. So the passage primarily discusses someone's private experience, like he and his wife going to the top of the dormant Mount volcano to watch the sunrise. It doesn't talk about tourism or tourist destination for other people or something or anything. This is not the focus of that passage. So H is the correct answer. Okay, thank you for watching, and we will see each other on in the next one. Bye for now.